Hi. Hi. Oh, wait, I forgot to look at myself in the mirror. How do I look? I'm serious. I just forgot. Well, I don't spend 7 hours coiffing myself up like a lot of people. Oh, you like my jewelry? Well, this is no longer available on leahblack.com. We sold out, but we have other good stuff. Well, you want to know why I'm wearing my jewelry today? Does anybody want to know? It's all costume. Well, most of it. You know why I'm wearing it? Because I was depressed today. And when I get depressed, I wear my jewelry because it makes me feel better when I look in the mirror. Now I'm going to have to put a mirror in front of me all day today just to be happy. And I prefer things you can, like, you know, one thing about the necklace is you don't get to see them yourself. So they're not as exciting as, like, let's say a bracelet or a ring. Anyway, I'm wearing my jewelry because I'm so depressed with so much shit that's going on in the whole world, and the world has gone crazy. So I'm going to stick to my talking points, and then I'll tell you what I'm outraged about later. So, today we're going to talk about, oh, by the way, last week there was a glip in the beginning, and the story I was telling that so many of you emailed me and said, who were you talking about? I was talking about the gala when Lil Wayne performed, and he went to the hospital, and Joe Francis was under the table calling him to tell him to get him there in a gurney. That's what was cut out. And he showed up, by the way. Oh, Lord. So, maybe he did something to make him feel better. We have a lot of celebrity gossip, lots of news, some Housewives stuff that has just got smoke coming out my ears. The airlines have smoke coming out my ears. Then some pictures of people from the Met Gala. What do some of these people think? I mean, honestly. Some questions from the viewers. Today we have our showroom open for Mother's Day specials. If anybody's in Miami, just come on down. We'll be here. And I want to tell you, our listeners, and thank you, we have listeners from Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, New Zealand, U.S., between 23 and 65. That's quite a big demographic. I must appeal to a lot of people. And a whole lot of men. I wonder if they're straight or gay. Let me push up my bra. Well, let me just push up. Let me dress like the Fox News girls and push up my bra and put on a tight skirt.
You're a different type of fox.
I'm a different kind of fox. Okay, well, in world news, or big news, Barack Obama got the Profile and Courage Award. I thought that was lovely. His speech was great. Ryan Seacrest has joined Kelly Ripa. What else can Ryan Seacrest do? I mean, he is just too... How do you work that many hours? Does he ever, sleep or eat? I mean, he does everything all the time. I don't know. Well, good for you, Ryan. Good for you. Joe Scarborough and Mika from Morning Joe are engaged. Well, congratulations. You remember during the campaign, Joe Scarborough said something Trump didn't like, and Trump threatened to out them, and he's made nasty threats about them. But anyway, they're publicly engaged, so I guess no one can blackmail them anymore. Speaking of blackmail, it's another subject we should be talking a lot about. TMZ reports that Starbucks' pink and blue unicorn Frappuccino crate has a Brooklyn coffee shop upset. The owners of the Inn in Brooklyn are saying that this was their invention and Starbucks is copying it as their concoction, and they want to sue. Let's see who's texting. Well, there you go. So going up against Starbucks is not going to be easy. Well, I'm just going to get right to one of the things that I'm outraged about. Should I or not?
Everybody's saying hello from the UK, and they say you look great. Happy Mother's Day early.
Thank you. Before my heart, I don't want to get myself all worked up yet. I'm going to go to one other thing first. Brad Pitt says that he's in therapy over his divorce. He didn't want the divorce, that he's been very quiet and solemn these days. Can you imagine after having 6 kids run around your house, how quiet your house would be now? That if you love someone, you need to set them free, that love doesn't come with ownership, and you need to expect nothing in return. Well, I don't necessarily agree with that. If I'm going to love you, you better fucking do your part. He's only drinking cranberry juice and fizzy water now, no booze. Fizzy water, okay. And so anyway, it was a little Brad. Oh, okay, well, let's just get to it. Okay, so I just can't. This is my lightest outrage. My biggest outrage is going to be later at the very end, because I'm going to have to go get a drink or some Valium afterwards when I get through talking about it. But anyway, He'll have to call Lisa. So the thing is, I was watching the reunion of Atlanta. And, you know, that was the 4 parts the first time because it went on and on and on. And if you don't watch the show, but you know how these shows go, well, apparently one of the girls, Portia, carried this lie throughout the season that Candy and or Todd wanted to drug her and take her back to the sex dungeon to have sex. Turns out that it was a lie, and Candy had gone crazy over it because she said it's affecting her name, her reputation, and her brand. It was a lie, and she went crazy about it. Well, I don't blame her for going crazy about it, but I mean, honestly, lying on these shows is almost a prerequisite. I mean, they all just lie, you know. I mentioned this one of my friends. I mentioned, well, she apparently lied, and he goes, well, I guess they'll give her a raise, you know, a massive raise, you know, they'll reward her for lying. And I've seen this all firsthand. What they do, they don't have a storyline, or they want to bring somebody down, and they just lie. And that's the one thing about reality TV that I don't like. I don't think you should be able to just go in and lie. When I was a kid, if we lied, there were serious consequences. If my kid lies, there are serious consequences. It's one of those things in life that's your character. That's who you are in the world. Either your word means something or it doesn't. And if you just are a liar, you know, you always know with a murder, they're going to kill somebody. You know with a thief, they're going to steal something. But with the liar, you never know where you stand with a liar. So I just can't have that in my life. But in any event, what I was so upset about is they fired Phaedra because she's the one that made up the lie and told it to Portia. Well, I don't know that they should fire or not fire. I mean, if they're going to set the standard for firing people for lying, well, let me give you a list. But what I don't think is fair is you single her out and fire her and let everybody else get away with it, especially the person that took the lie and carried it out all season as a storyline. If Portia is culpable for lying and making up the lie or spreading the lie or taking the information that she heard on the street, which I think she finally admitted that she didn't really hear it on the street. I'm not sure about that, allegedly. But if she tells the lie to Portia and Portia goes on television with the lie, Portia's just as at fault as Phaedra because she had a choice. She could have shut up about it and handled it privately. She could have said, I don't know if I believe you without proof. Or she could have confronted Candy and Todd and said, did you do this? But Portia didn't do that. Portia gladly ran around with the banner of this lie for an entire season. So on what grounds do you fire the person that started the lie compared to the one that carried the lie? So to me, she was complicit, and she is at fault as well. And I just don't like the double standard. So that had me all upset because I think you either fire all the liars, you don't fire the liars. And if you fire the liars, you got to fire the ones that carry the lie forward. And I do think there's a big distinction between lying about whether or not you're wearing extensions in your hair and you drug someone for sex. There's no question that is not, you know, that is not an equivalent. That's a false equivalent. So I get that part of it, but you know, I don't even like really too much the white lies. But anyway, I just couldn't. So that's my first little outrage. I can't get into the next outrage. I've got to calm down first. Let's go to New York. What do you think? You tell me. Email me at hello@leahblack.com and tell me what you think. And then I'm going to report your comments next week. Who am I going to report them to? The FBI? The FBI don't have a director anymore. He's been fired. The Real Housewives of New York. Oh, recapping that election was hard to watch. That was devastating, knowing everything we know today. More devastating. Then Ramona had a surprise birthday party. Now, what struck me about that? She calls this date that she's supposed to meet around downtown or somewhere in town and says, come to my birthday party. It's a surprise. I just got here. All my friends surprised me. So he trots himself over there from wherever in the hell he was to a woman he barely knows with people he doesn't know. And she says hi and bye. She doesn't even talk to him the whole time. And she didn't introduce him to one person. You know, let me give you a little party etiquette. If you want to dump somebody at a party or you don't want to talk to them, at least introduce them to somebody else that can talk to them and babysit them while you walk away. I don't know. I thought that was I felt sorry for the guy. He seemed to be a cute guy too. I don't think she did it on purpose. I really don't think Ramona has a mean bone in her body. I don't. I think she just sometimes gets carried away and doesn't think things through. And then Sonia and this relationship with Tinsley Mortimer, or whatever her name is. You know, the one that was arrested with the eyelashes, that one. Well, Sonia is starting to act like a little old woman with a bunch of cats. I mean, what does she care if Tinsley goes out and talks to all these girls? Go have lunch with them, girl. Go gossip about me. I'm fabulous. You wouldn't be talking about me anyway. But she did recover quickly from the Dorinda attack. And I'll be honest with you, if someone attacked me at the level that Dorinda attacked her, I wouldn't be so quick to be warm and fuzzy with them again. So that's one of the things I like about her. Sonia. Nicki Minaj, another celebrity gossip, is offering to pay college tuition for several of her fans. I was never a big Nicki Minaj fan. She was just there. I didn't like her, didn't like her, just didn't follow her that much. Now I'm like a huge fan. That's what celebrities should be about, is doing things, helping other people get where you got because someone helped you, or maybe someone didn't help you, but lending a hand. So if you had a 4-point GPA, and you submitted, she was willing to help pay for tuition. Turns out she paid for 30 college tuitions and or student loans. And if they were asking for books or supplies and they didn't have money, she's several times helped people from $500 to $600 in books and supplies. And I mean, congratulations, Nicki Minaj. You are now, I'm a big fan. Now I'm going to now know who you are if I see you on the street somewhere. Before I was kind of like, I think I know her. Then Chance the Rapper also donated $1 million to the arts for the city of Chicago. So Chance, I don't know who you are, but I'm going to start rapping with you, baby. Good for you. So I'm happy about all of that. Oh, the dog's even celebrating.
People love your scarf and your bracelet.
Oh,
Going crazy.
like I said, I have to make myself happy today. I'm so upset over so many things that are going on. Now, by the way, the Wrap is reporting that the National Enquirer is being sued by Richard Simmons for saying that he, or I guess their partner company, Radar Online, one or the other, Simmons is suing them for libel, saying that, that he had a sex change operation and basically it's none of their business. And they're saying their side of it is, the Enquirer and Radar Online side of it is, that he's a public person and they're going to continue to investigate him. Oh. Fame cuts both ways. But I will tell you this. One, if he had one, congratulations. If he doesn't want to share it, good for him. The National Enquirer, they got to sell magazines, so they got to stir up something. But I mean, sometimes you just cross the line in things, just like that whole back thing I'm still upset over about that rape allegation. I mean, you can go too far. You can just go too far. I mean, does anybody have any class anymore? Oh, Kathy Wakile, another Housewives news, is opening a restaurant in New Jersey called Pizza Love. It's opening June the 17th. It's going to be pizza and Mediterranean fare, and she's going to change the menu according to the season, which is something she likes to do. So good for her. I love her. They're lovely people, and I know them personally aside from the show. Eden says farewell from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I liked Eden. I don't know that she got enough of a chance because, there's a lot of big mouths over there and it's hard to even get a sentence in. So I liked her and I think she does have a good heart and I kind of would have liked to have seen her come back at least to give her another chance, but I'm always the one who likes to give people second chances. Then Jacqueline from New Jersey says that she was given a notice after 2 days after the start date, and that the concern, according to the producers, according to the rumors, is that how was she going to mesh with Jacqueline and Teresa and Melissa? How was Jacqueline going to mesh with Teresa and Melissa? Well, you know what? I don't know how she was going to mesh, but I don't think you fire somebody for that. It's like you reward the ones with the bad behavior and fire the one that didn't get along. I don't know. Anyway, she said that she was on all the group text and everything and wasn't expecting it. No, the questions that came in. Reality. And another thing. Let me look at my necklace and see if I'm happier now. I'm feeling better. I just can't. I need some Valium. I need a drink. I don't even drink. I'm going to have to start drinking. I see why people drink at noon. The question: do you think there's a reality TV curse regarding divorce, specifically referring to Joanna and Roman. Well, let me tell you what. I am just outraged at any of you idiots that are going on any social media and saying nasty things about either one of them. What is wrong with you? If you know them and you're friends with them, you wouldn't say anything. And if you don't know them, then you're just making up stuff to say. And you shouldn't be saying negative stuff about somebody you don't know about. You don't know their story. You don't know their personal story. And from what I understand, it's very amicable. They're very hardworking, classy people. And this trashy people that are going on there with these hate comments is annoying me. And I have a feeling that it's probably a same group of a few people that either don't like her, have a beef with her, or jealous of her, that are going on 20 different accounts and spreading the rumors and putting up the trash. You need to stop it. So I feel like, that Joanna is a very beautiful woman. I love Roman as well. I loved them as a couple, and I love them as not a couple. And I wish them both well. And, no one understands how hard they work. Do you know how hard it is to run a damn nightclub? I mean, I can't even sit in a nightclub for 5 minutes without getting the earplugs and a headache and watching all the skanks on the poles. And, oh, God, it's just too much of cigarettes and the loud people and the girls trying to pick up the guys and the guys buying the big bottle of booze to show off to the girls. And then here come all the little trashy girls, and oh my God, just having to watch that every night's exhausting. So Roman's got a tough job. Then Joanna, I know she's pretty and everything, but she works at it. She works out every day. She spends hours with the hair and the makeup people. She's always got the best clothes to wear. That is a full-time job. And then you got to go walk all those red carpets, and then you got to go get your picture taken, and you got to go out and hustle the next gig, and you got to have the PR people and manage. And that's a job. So I don't think people should be making fun of somebody just because they decide to get divorced. And, unless you have a bone in the fight, and I mean, what would your bone in the fight be? That they're not interested in you? I don't know. So that's my rage about that one. In good news. Our news site, represented in the UK, leahblack.com.uk. leahblack.co.uk is offering 20% off in their launch for a limited period of time. The only place you can get Leah Black products in the UK right now is through our new, exciting, fabulous representative there, Emily. Yay! Emily what?
Doherty.
Oh, Doherty, yeah. Oh, I did that one.
Follow her Facebook page.
Oh, yeah, you can follow her on Facebook, too, at Doherty. How do you spell it? Leah Black at UK. Leah Black UK. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then, Mother's Day is coming up. That's why we have people coming to the showroom today. Don't forget, you can get your 2-for-1 skincare kit. They're going to give you that instant facelift. You get 8 to 10 facials in each one. 2-for-1 at $79. Give one to your mom and keep one for yourself. And you get a free little tote bag. You remember this bag. This is the pussy hat bag. Well, some people would call it the white... You know what bag?
It's free shipping.
Oh, and free shipping. Oh, God, how are we making any money around here? How am I going to afford my jewelry? Oh, so in the paper today, Nick Bonacani, who's a local, well-known ex-football player, makes the comment that the NFL concussion settlement is a joke. And I would agree with him. He says that all these guys are getting mental, deterioration from playing football all those years. And now the NFL wants to give like a very small amount of money. There are 20 million of them, and the benefits are just the slice of the pie. He says it's just too small. I'm going to tell you, if you have a mental problem because of playing football all those years, I mean, the NFL was turning a blind eye, and they should be compensated. And not only that, Nick's son is paralyzed from a football injury. So these guys have really paid their dues. He comes with a tremendous amount of credibility, and I hope the NFL will listen to him like they're going to listen to anybody anymore. Oh, let's go the airlines. So this one guy in the airlines, he's given a whole speech, as a CEO, he's talking at this business event, talking about, how the airlines are going to be doing this and that, and their new, this is a big PR bullshit. This guy walks up, you can't tell much from this picture, but this guy walks and puts an egg and a pie in his face with whipped cream and everything. I just think it's hilarious. It's finally someone standing up to them. If you can drag a guy off a plane, you deserve a pie in your face. Oh my God. Now, apparently United Airlines canceled a man's flight because he taped an argument. Well, you have the right to tape an argument. They don't have the right to kick you off the plane for that. I mean, that was a very vindictive thing. And, I mean, they carried the guy off. They kicked the family off once, another airline, Delta I think it was, or whatever, because they oversold this kid's seat. They kicked the whole family off. Then they dragged the one guy off. Then they kicked the two girls off for wearing latex pants or stretch jeans or whatever that might catch on fire. And, you know, it's just every day it's something else. You know, they kicked that guy off because he had to pee while they were waiting for 30 minutes. I mean, next time if you have to pee and you're waiting on the airlines, rather than get kicked off the plane, just get out a water bottle and just pee in it and hand it to the stewardess.
A woman did that this morning.
She did? Yeah. Good for her! In local news, we went to this fabulous event at the Estefan Kitchen. If you haven't been to the Estefan Kitchen, it's the Gloria and Amelia Estefan's restaurant in the Design District. It's amazing. It's all where all the best shops and everything are. And they had a great, what was the event? I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was they had Seth with World Red Eye had a big event next door. So we all went there first for like a little pre-party. And it was fabulous. Well, I'm trying to calm myself down. So I've resorted to all sorts of things. Recently, I resorted to leech therapy.
Oh, God.
Those are my two leeches on one of my ears. And Norman did it too. And I did the other ear, and then I did two in my belly, and I'm going to be doing it all summer long, get those toxins out of my body. And those toxins are from the environment and the world news.
Oh my God.
Now, selfies.com.
Why did you go put two more on?
I know, it apparently helps with all sorts of things. Now, Selfiecookie.com surprised me with a bunch of these fabulous cookies with my picture and on RJ's picture and Roy's picture and the baby's Black's picture and the whole thing. And wasn't that lovely? Selfiecookie.com.
That's awesome.
That's lovely. So you can order, they had red velvet, chocolate chip, and I forget chocolate, you know. Of course,
Marilyn Monroe.
and me, Marilyn Monroe, and then my Marilyn Monroe little dog. Oh, little Black. Oh, so Perez, I'm going to watch the time. I'm just going to start ranting. Perez Hilton had a worst dressed contest. He posted these three girls for MTV Worst Dressed and asked people to vote on who they thought. One was Camilla, Farrah, and Amanda. I won't say their last names because, you know, I don't want to. But anyway, look how these people are dressing for the MTV Award. What has happened in the world today? I can't. I mean, really? I mean, an Indian dancer, then we've got somebody going off to war in a uniform, and then, I mean, I don't know, did she just pick some flowers out of the rose garden? It's too much. I can't. Perez, I commend you for being able to study and know what's out there all the time. I can't anymore. 5 rules of a good relationship. Stay faithful. Stay faithful. Respect your partner. Don't flirt with others. And make time for them. How about that? Oh, apparently, the Queen of England is telling Diana's two sons to stop bearing their soul and to be more reclusive because they're now bringing attention to mental illness or mental problems and awareness because of the struggles they went through after the death of their mothers. Well, you know, Buckingham Palace needs to come up. You need to get with the times. People don't do that anymore. People don't sit and keep their mouth shut. Haven't you been watching any reality TV? And the grandfather that's semi-retiring right here, I guess he's not going to be making public appearances anymore, Prince Albert, the grandsons are going to be asked to fill in for him. Look at that queen. Honey, she's got the little tiny pearls and little earrings. When you're the Queen of England, put the damn big stuff on. It'll make you happier. In other news, study says Florida drinking water ranks among the worst in the nation. So get yourself bottled water, Florida. And recycle. Oh, that's something I can pass on. I'll pass on that. Costs $206,000 to raise a kid today, and that's not including their college education. Just a little tidbit. Think about that. But of course, there will be no funding for Planned Parenthood, so it may go up. I thought I found these interesting little fashion statements. What do you think about this hair? It's like a basket weave to me. Put some flowers in the top and
Can you get that at Pottery?
I don't know where you get that at. It was posted on this great website, great Twitter account or Instagram that I follow. I can't think of the name of it. How shame on me. This one's done by Mindy Nails Door, but look at these nails. They do all this. Who has time to sit there and put all this stuff on their nails? Because your nails grow out, and then you got to do it again. I don't get it. Here's another one. Look at these nails.
Oh,
I mean, who has the time to do all this? I love it. This one's ALEXTRONG nails. Oh, Tip Nail Lounge. Look, here's another one. For the summer, that's kind of pretty, but I mean, honestly, who has time to sit and do all that to their nails? Oh my God, look at this one. This looks like a weapon, a lethal weapon. I mean, I don't know. Oh, I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Oh, before I just get myself too worked up, let me look at my necklace and get happy again first. Get myself
They
happy.
love your glasses in the mirror. They can't believe they're blinged out too, but of course they should.
Narcissism. Apparently, Instagram is the leader in the social media world for narcissists.
No.
They say that on the narcissism scale, Twitter is the least. That's me. I'm a Twitter addict. Leah Black, Miami, Twitter. And that Instagram permeates every segment of society's moral values, and it's worse than it's ever been narcissism, because people take pictures of themselves all day and just post them. I mean, I get taking pictures of yourself once in a while, or if you're cutting up with some friends, or of your dog running around, or somebody peeing in a jar on the plane, or, I mean, there are reasons to take pictures, but these people that sit and like spend 5 hours getting ready, and then they get the mirror out, and then they get the selfie stick out, and then they take the pictures, and then they get their abs, and then they put their leg. I'm speechless. That's not my outrage. Let them have their flowers. Good for them. Enjoy your photos. But do we all have to look at them? Okay, I'm kidding.
Lisa the Uncle Moore says, you're Queen of Miami and she loves following you on Twitter.
Yay! Well, I do. I do, by the way, tweet a lot. I'm an obsessive tweeter. I love Twitter. It's the bottom line news on everything. One more thing before I get... oh, God. Oh, please. So, on Howard Stern, I'm just going to I just realized I had this in my pile. I'm going to prerequisite my rage. Apparently, using the F-bomb strengthens you. So they did a study, a scientific study that says that when you're working out, when you use the F-bomb really loud, that your performance increases. So I'm thinking that maybe I should try that when I'm ranting, and my performance will increase and my blood pressure will go down. So here's my, I don't even know how to say it. Okay.
Rant of the week.
No, I'm just working up to it. This guy posted this. Now, this guy is a guy on Twitter. His name is Roger Stone. He's written a lot of mean, nasty books about a lot of politicians. This guy posts this, and he's proud of it. He unfollowed me and blocked me on Twitter. Little old me. I mean, who am I? But anyway, I didn't care about that so much. But this posted. This guy is one of Trump's longest supporters and advisors. He's in Trump's ear all the time, and that disgusts me. Someone with this judgment is giving their opinion on world affairs.
Just the judgment on the
but
jacket.
forgetting that, yeah, the jacket alone. And then I can't. So she should be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She fit right in.
I thought it was Nene at first.
Oh God, don't say that. Oh! But now what I'm upset about is the following. As a person in authority or power, you have the right to fire people and terminate people. Most people don't like to do it. And there is a way to do it, and in my opinion, there's a way not to do it. And what I think what happened yesterday is one of the most telling things that I've ever seen in my life about who someone is at their core. James Comey, the FBI director, who a lot of people were very angry about when he came up with telling the whole story about Clinton and then came out again with it 11 days before the election with a possible new problem. A lot of people were unhappy because he broke protocol twice. One, you just comment and you say there's no no indictment, or you say there is an indictment, and you don't interfere within a certain period of time of election with anything that might affect an election. So he did two things people didn't like. But most people think that that helped put Trump in office, and a lot of people think it was the definitive factor that put Trump in office. So now Trump decides to fire him yesterday. And coincidentally, it's right after the hearings where the heat is catching up, where the former Attorney General says that she's, warned them about Flynn more than once, in fact 3 times, and twice, and it was more than like a heads up, it was a real warning. And then they infer from the testimony that there may be a grand jury, which turns out today there is a grand jury investigation of people associated with Trump and the Russians. So in the heat of that moment, he fires Comey. Now this is the part I'm upset about. Forgetting all that, set all that aside. Comey flies to LA, and he's on the stage in front of his FBI people, cheering them on, the American spirit, the things we have to do, training classes, whatever he's doing. And while he's on the stage, the TV cameras behind him flash, James Comey's been fired. And Comey thinks that it's just a joke, that they're pranking him, and he laughs. It turns out that not only did they fire him while he was in Los Angeles, not in his office, but they sent a bodyguard, Trump's personal bodyguard. I mean, what is this, the mob? Over to the FBI department to fire him after it already hit the news. So he hears about his firing on the news. To me, that was purposely humiliating him. It was wrong on every level. They're making the country look bad. They're making the FBI look bad. They're making the White House look bad. And all because they're vindictive, because he may be getting too close to where the heat is, and things may come out that they don't want to come out. I don't care if you agree with Comey, like Comey, don't like the FBI. This isn't even about Comey. This is the fact that a person with a desk and a title and some authority would publicly humiliate a guy that has donated and contributed his life to public service in front of his own people that work for him without even telling him on national TV. And so I think they did it so he couldn't either clean out his office or protect any files, or just to flat humiliate him. And then he has to get on this plane from Los Angeles back to New York for 6 hours, or DC, and digest all of this, that he's been fired. And the excuse for firing him was so lame. That's another whole story. But my outrage and my point is, when you have to fire someone, what normal people do, what civilized people do, what compassionate people do, what people that have any kind of class or any kind of personal pride do. They sit down with the person face to face, or they have someone else sit down, and you thank them for their contribution. You thank them for their service. You thank them for all the things that they did right, and say it's time for us to part ways, and you wish them well. You don't put them on TV and publicly humiliate them in front of everybody. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So everybody's pretty much agreeing with you on here.
Yay, where's my applause?
And Lewis from the UK says, so we take it he hasn't made America great again.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you hire a clown, you get a circus.
That's true. Now, my quote of the week. This speaks to all of my outrages today. And I make these up, of course, every week. If you only speak the truth, your voice will be more powerful. And I believe that. And I try to always tell the truth. And if I don't, I try to clean it up later, or it was a mistake, or, as my grandmother said, it was a white lie, like I got a headache, not feeling up for it, or, I can't go to lunch because I got to work when maybe you don't really have to work. That's one lie. But lying, no. If you only speak the truth, your voice will be more powerful. So you guys, that's it for this week. I hope by next week that anybody's still watching. Happy Mother's Day. Don't forget to buy your stuff. Oh, my applause. My applause. I'm feeling better. Let me look at my jewelry one more time. Bye. Little Black, are you okay? Come here. Bye.